welcome to Funny Dinner. Being that it's the new year, we have some resolutions for the podcast, and we're trying to get picked up by NPR. So we'll be speaking in a much lower volume, but we'll still be very stupid.
Very quiet tone.
Very quiet tone, but still just as dumb.
What if Bob Dylan had changed his name to Boob Dylan?
What if? The possibilities are endless.
And then it
the
could
sound
be like
clip
my
of a boob.
My bra size. It is a changing.
And then there's a snap sound of like a bra popping, you know.
It's Bob Dylan up there. Sorry, Boob Dylan. And he's shirtless, holding a guitar at his waist.
Yeah.
And then he has that harmonica thing that's around his shoulders, and he just says both tits.
Both tits.
In the harmonica holder.
He's got two harmonicas.
Yeah.
That jiggle up and down.
Yeah.
And he blows into whichever one happens to bounce into his mouth.
Yeah. It's more like a jug band sound. But hey, that's Boob Dylan for you.
That's Boob Dylan for you. He's in his jug band phase.
Moving on to Tom Poopy.
Anyways, Terry Gross hit me up.
Terry Gross.
Terry Gross.
Yeah, they're a band called Terry Gross, and they do like dirty punk. So they're like one of the.
Terry Gross.
My name's Terry Gross, and I'm Terry Gross, and I play in the band Blood Month or whatever the fuck.
Blood Holiday.
And then people are like, "Oh, I get it, Terry Gross," and then they're like, "What?"
Huh? It's my Christian name.
Yeah. No, it's because gross.
It's because you're gross.
It's a cool
right?
punk name.
Because you look gross. She's like, what?
What the fuck is NPR?
No one's ever looked at me before.
Unless it's National Punk Radio. You're listening to NPR.
You're listening to National Punk Radio. I just pooped my pants.
This is Jad Abumrad, and this here's the new Pennywise. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What are they? Your small donations will keep all of those dogs and vans fed for the rest of the year.
They should because people are always like, "Oh, punk bands shouldn't have dogs because they eat trash and stuff."
Because they can't take care of themselves.
They can't take care of themselves.
Let alone another human.
But
thing.
I don't have a solution to that part. But the part about the dog's ears. Get a deaf dog.
That's true.
If anytime you're in an animal shelter and you're like, we got a deaf dog, call up.
Perfect. We're gonna call him Lemmy, and he's gonna come with us.
Yeah, just name him. You put a Skull and Bones bandana on him and call up.
His name's Sid.
Call up your local dive bar bartender. What, dive bartender? But then, how would I confuse the man serving me drinks with some delicious chicken tendies microwaved at my local dive bar?
What about that one dive bartender who's got a sweet pair of cans?
And what if I'm saying dive bartender, but I'm just at the pool with a guy
who bartends, and I know he knows how to dive.
And I'm like, dive bartender. It's like a jazz song. Dive bartender,
it's very jazzy.
Dive bartender. I'm thinking like white people jazz. Not white people jazz, but when it was like white people were like, we will listen to jazz.
If we're allowed to play it.
No, like Cab Calloway.
Okay.
When they had like when it was a song.
When it was a song.
When it was him being like, and we're back.
Where's his dog? Sounds like that guy needs a dog.
Yeah, are there any DIY jazz bands?
Of course, yeah.
Out hitching the rails.
Sure, with their big tuba.
This is our bird.
Tuba, hopping a train with a tuba.
Yeah.
And their oboe trying to get on there.
The tuba would be great because you could hide behind it when the railroad cop.
When the railman came.
Yeah.
Railman. I used to be a railman. Know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, maybe back when all those hobos were like, you gotta watch out for those strict rail cops. Maybe they were just talking about like, those cops won't let me fuck who I want when I want.
They won't let me get railed.
I'm trying
to get railed.
They keep taking my blow. Fucking rail cops.
Keep taking my blow. And then the guys can't get hard anymore.
There's a bunch of guys doing cocaine on the street.
Yeah.
And then a police officer's like, "You railroad bums, get out of here."
Being a railman is, statistically more dangerous than being a police officer.
Is it?
That's what fentanyl's done to the community.
Oh, no. It's just some folk punk band who are like, remember everybody, all cops are bastards. And also all railroad
cops are bastards.
Anyone who works for the police, the military, or the railroad.
or the transit authority.
Everyone's just confused. Like, what?
So is that just me? Are you saying just everybody, basically?
Anyone who works in security
and also
for the
that
railroad.
Bitch from Subway earlier who wouldn't refill my water. All sub artists are bastards.
But hey, man, you can hear about all this at our interview with National Punk Radio.
National Punk Radio.
I just got a letter. We've been sued. Radio doesn't want us associated.
By the radio. We've been sued by the radio.
By the nation.
I was listening to the radio on the way over here.
Did you hear?
It was on a...
listen to the radio. I'll always, when I'm looking through YouTube, I'll just go like, Watch Mojo's list of 10 movies. Number 10, Elf. Number 9, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Number 3.
Just you're listening to WatchMojo.com.
Number 3, The Aviator.
List of 10 presidents. Part 2. If you saw our Part 1 list,
then you're caught up.
Then you know the 10 most recent presidents.
Now
but we got out the history
back
books,
in time.
and we're gonna start from the start.
G.W. Not George W.
No, they look at the history books and then they find that name of that guy who was president before George Washington.
Yeah.
And then they get confused.
And then, wait, who was this guy?
First president of the USA. First president to pardon a turkey. So I Googled first president of the USA. Do you know that thing of there's like other presidents, but they weren't like, they didn't matter.
Yeah, I've seen loose change.
Yeah, it's just like some arbitrary title they gave some guy.
Yeah.
So obviously that's what I'm Googling when I'm looking for first president of the United States.
Yeah.
Google gives me, big bold letters, George Washington.
They're in on the conspiracy, man.
No, but it's like, yeah, no shit, Google.
I'm not an idiot. I'm a different kind of idiot.
Yeah. And this one, Google should know that I know that. Google should have a bank of the knowledge everyone already has.
Yeah, they do. They just don't want to utilize it.
And then they're like, all right, well, obviously Eric knows how to make a hot dog. He's trying to figure out how to cook a hot dog.
How to cook one.
He knows.
He knows how to the process.
He's been to Bovine University.
Yeah, he's well studied. But that's where his knowledge ends.
Yeah.
The creation of the product.
Creation of the
It's
product.
like, I know how to build a car. How do I fucking drive this thing?
Yeah.
Where do I put the keys?
Do you think there are people who are like, they're really bad, like recovering alcoholics, and they're like, man, the government will never let me drive again, but I love working on cars. Still get to touch them, baby.
Still get to touch them.
Just
can't
can't
take
drive.
that away from me. Can't take that away from me.
I got my sister's kid. He does the ignition for me. It helps me get it on and off the lift.
Make sure I don't crush myself on the lift because I'm drunk. I'm still drunk.
What
are they going to take away from me now?
The government said all I can do is test the windshield wipers to make sure the fluid's right.
I'm allowed to get the battery going.
Yeah. Other than that, I got to be out of the car. No keys in, no hands in the car.
I've got so many DUIs. I'm not even allowed in a car.
Has that ever happened? Goes all the way to the Supreme Court. Eric Sorgel versus car.
Can't I sit in the trunk?
No.
What about a pickup bed truck?
Your Honor, we put him in the trunk once and he kept sticking his hand out and going, I'm kidnapped. He thought it was a funny bit.
I went to jail for that.
We used to do a bit where, not actually, someone did this bit to me.
Okay.
We used to do this bit where we would shove me in a locker. was hilarious.
It was so funny.
No, it was cross country, and we were like, we'd have days where it was like, yeah, just run wherever. And then our coach would probably go smoke a cigarette. I don't know what he would do. And it's funny in hindsight where it's like you got like 40 high school kids, and you're like,
just run.
We're going to run half a mile away to that woods, and then once we get to the woods, go nuts. You've got an hour. You got an hour to come back sweaty.
I don't care how you get sweaty.
No, like most things, it's like, hey, why'd that teenage boy and girl come back when they're sweaty?
Well, we were running cross country.
Yeah, but this, it would just be like, hey, why are those two, he rubs his finger on your arm. This isn't sweat.
It's not sweat.
This is
Jizz.
This is overflow saliva from passionate high school kissing.
How'd you get jizz on the man's back? Teenager, I come strong.
You kids run out. No, but we were all hanging out, and we were like, hey, it'll be funny. We'll prank everybody because we'll pull up in a car,
Yeah.
and then I'll pop out of the trunk with like my hands duct taped, and I'll just run around, and it'll be funny.
Yeah, sure.
It'll be funny for our fellow high school kids.
Yes.
But then, as I was in the trunk, my friends pulled a pretty funny audible. They just drove me to a hospital parking lot. And then, unbeknownst to me, I got out of the trunk shirtless, wearing only shorts. A young high school boy, hands duct taped. He got out running around. I was committed, so once I got out, I was going,
How close were you to where you thought you were going?
It's all pretty close.
Okay.
It's all within like a half-mile triangle.
All right.
Yeah. My high school is next to a hospital.
Good.
Yeah, just in case. I don't think anyone ever got sent there.
You did.
You're so bad, you're getting sent to the hospital.
Send you right to the ICU.
We're giving you a lobotomy if you don't stop farting during this movie.
They stink.
I'm going hands-free.
Yeah.
All right, because we should get to the serious news now. Have you heard the news?
I saw Don't Look Up.
Did you see Don't Look Up? Okay, so we got to here's the news. Joe Gatto official Instagram.
Don't even.
Hey, comma, everyone, period. Hey,
he's a joker,
everyone.
not a speller. Okay.
Also, hey and everyone are both capitalized.
Hey.
Hi, everybody. Joe Gatto's like, one final joke. I'm going to do an impression of the Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Now on to my message.
Anyways, I'm getting a divorce.
Oh, so you do
I've
know.
probably cheated on my wife.
Hey, keep going. Let's see if you can get it all. Call it all.
I'm leaving Impractical Jokers to co-parent my children. No, I already know. Of course I know this.
Oh, okay.
You think I don't know this?
I was like, how on earth are
You
you?
think you know this and I don't know this? You think there's a single thing on this goddamn planet about the Impractical Jokers that you know that I don't?
Q used to be the sound guy for a Kevin Smith Universe
Tell him
podcast.
Steve Dave.
Damn it, you know.
He's a retired firefighter.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Well, do you know that they're lifelong friends?
I think they are.
Someone doesn't know that.
Wait, they knew each other before the show?
This wasn't just casting. No, man, he's leaving the Jokers.
He wants to focus on his family. And you know what?
He was nice enough to reach out to us. Part of everyone.
We should get his exit interview on Funny Dinner.
Yeah.
Just send him an Instagram, be like, listen, man, you don't get it. We're your biggest fans. Well, not me. I think the show's kind of funny. I've seen it in a hotel room once. But my friend loves you.
He watches a lot of it on mute. He's a big fan of your antics on mute while he's supposed to be working. I've seen you mostly in the background. And one time I put you on to make fun of, and then I ended up genuinely enjoying the show.
I love it. I'm a big
great.
fan.
But Joe, look at this photo of him. He's got a black pants,
Yeah.
a lighter black shirt, and then a white belt.
In front of more people than And either of us will ever perform in front of Total.
Short sleeve button down.
Short sleeve, but well, he's a casual guy.
Short sleeve button down tucked in.
He's a casual.
A look I can respect. A look. Look, I'd be doing right now if I was in better company.
They gotta fuck him.
Do they ever reward the winner?
Do they ever reward the winner? They get the reward of not having to be the biggest loser.
Yeah, but so it's only that show only knows pain.
Yes.
Damn.
It's fucking.
That show. That's what comedy is.
Should be on NPR.
Yeah, because if all you do is jokes.
Yeah.
And some that they're not even practical.
Well, they're all impractical.
I know. So, and as you do all that, it's like, yeah, all you're gonna get is pain, buddy.
Yeah. You're gonna have to fuck a goat at some point.
Whereas you do, if you want to survive, you win.
You win.
That'd be funny if Survivor worked the opposite way. It's just no one wins, just one guy loses. You are the worst at surviving.
You have not survived at all.
Just some emaciated guy.
You looked like shit, dude.
You really should have let your teammates give you some of the rice.
Being so proud.
You can't climb a tree to get that coconut down. Dummy.
You're not strong enough.
And if you chop the tree down, you're going to lose all the coconuts.
And how are you going to get the coconut open?
Yeah.
With that tiny little dick.
You can get that coconut with that sweet ass.
No, I saw that. It was heartbreaking. I mean, first Betty White, then Joe Gatto. He might as well be dead.
And John
He's
Madden.
He's just going to raise his kids. He might as well be dead.
John Madden from Good Charlotte died.
I'm not... That's why Good Charlotte never played Hawaii.
Yeah, he can't take a bus. Good Charlotte has bought the Madden bus.
How long would it take for him to just take a cruise to Hawaii? I don't get that. I kept hearing that. Like, that's why he never did the Pro Bowl, because he can't get to Hawaii. I'm like, there's boats. Cruises go to Hawaii all the time.
You can put a bus on a plane. There's fucking aircraft carriers, dude.
He's like, look.
You can put a bus on him.
Why ever tell me that you just put
a bus on an aircraft carrier?
Put a bus on a plane. I just want to get off a bus.
Yeah, just get big military transport.
I just want to get off no goddamn bus. Put me on a fucking plane on a bus.
Do Operation Dumbo drop.
I'll be Dumbo. Call me Dumbo.
Yeah, how mad would sports
how
fans... How mad would sports fans be if they're like, hey, we're taking a road trip to Canton, Ohio, suburb of Akron, suburb of Cleveland, suburb of Chicago. We're going to Canton, Ohio. We're to the Football Hall of Fame. And also, I have a special exhibit. They have one of the Madden buses there. And then you get there and you're like, Cameron Diaz's closet. What the fuck? Why is there so much eye makeup? And why isn't the eye makeup in Cameron Diaz's section? Oh my god, this is the Benji or Joel. I don't know which one's married to her. This is one of the Madden brothers buses. From Good Charlotte. I thought it was weird that they had the Ravens. They're from Baltimore, but I mean,
those Ravens look a lot more like bats.
I didn't
now that
think
I think about
John Madden would pick a team for his bus either. I thought he was supposed to kind of not be biased.
It's supposed to be impartial.
You don't think that's ever happened?
I don't think it has, no.
Because Good Charlotte's still touring.
They have all their buses.
They have a fleet.
They're penny pinchers.
We've got a fleet.
They're waiting to sell their buses. They know when the market's going to be right.
Yeah.
Emo Night needs to hit its peak.
I would love to do
They're taking Emo Night to the moon.
That would be cool. That would get me up there. Elon Musk is like, we're doing early 2000s art punk night on the moon.
Okay.
We're gonna play like Art Brut.
Okay.
Franz Ferdinand.
All right.
I'm a robot. It's gonna be like an Apple. It's gonna be like an iPod ad in space. One night only.
One night only, baby.
And at 2 a.m., the DJ's gonna just start playing Sleep like he normally does. His theme is gonna be very short-lived.
You think they're still gonna call that video game Madden?
Madden?
Or you think they'll call it R.I.P. Madden 2022?
I think they'll call it Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous RPG. You need to defeat Blink-182.
ever play a little Madden?
Yeah, I do. I was actually my girlfriend and I on New Year's Eve were going through the whole games we got.
Yeah.
And I kept pulling out games that I knew she would not want to play, like MLB 99. Like,
The Show. MLB The Show, 1998.
And at one point I realized, I got 2001 Madden. And I did have a genuine moment where I was like, that's probably the most fun I've ever had with football.
Probably, yeah.
Playing Madden, like, for a total of a day of my life. Like, tops. I know I have sunk more than 20 hours into Madden.
I won a Madden tournament one time
Really?
as a child. Yeah.
It's you talking to Howie Mandel, not Howie Mandel, Howie Long.
Huey Long?
Huey Long. That's like one of those fun games you could play in a car. Is you could go like Howie Mandel, Howie Long, Huey Long,
Huey Long. Long John Silver.
Silver Fish.
Fish.
Damn it.
Where are you going from there, fucker?
What? You won playing Madden?
Yeah.
In what
I
system?
beat them all. PS2.
Damn, dude. What age were you?
Probably like 6th or 7th grade.
Damn.
Playing as the Vikings, baby.
Local?
No, this was an international tournament. I went to Sweden.
Well, I mean, we have a friend who won a scholarship playing Tony Hawk. Some sort of international college-based tournament. Unless, of course, our friend's lying to us.
No, you wouldn't do that. Not about Thug.
Yeah, a friend wouldn't lie about Tony Hawk games. No, man, you really won a tournament in Clark's or Franklin?
Yeah.
Damn. Imagine that tournament now.
It was a church tournament. Church league.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Church league.
All the good kids are Satanists. I play for the New Jersey Devils.
Hey, I'm playing adults.
I did a hack where I put a hockey team into the game.
I'm beating adults, too, man.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Taking down pastors. Taking down...
They saw you in the like rankings, and then they pulled aside their 11-year-old son, and were like, "What insight can you give me? How can I break this fucker?"
I don't think he knows how football works.
When I say that stuff and you run to your room and cry, do you really feel that? Is that like if I did that to him, would it work, you think?
Do you think he'd start crying?
If I just didn't say I love you to him? Also.
How much does that really hurt your feelings?
I gotta beat this fucker. I gotta win you a college scholarship. What did you win for it?
I think it was...
Just for...
Yeah, I don't think there was much going on there. It was long, though. I played a lot of games. It wasn't, wasn't like I beat one guy and they're like, "You win." It's like an all-day thing.
It's you against a computer.
When's the Super Bowl now?
I think it's right now. You're
Shit.
doing it now.
I forgot to put in my bets.
That's why YouTube ads have been so awesome today. Super Bowl 2022. February 13th.
So it is coming up.
Yeah, dude. You want to go?
Sure. See if we get some...
It is
COVID.
located on TV. No, it is in California. Wow, the halftime shows.
Lil Nas X.
No.
Damn it.
I'll say a name and then you guess. Guess more. Dr. Dre.
Oh, I think I know then. Snoop Dogg,
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar,
Yes.
and another old hip hop person, right?
Think Dr. Dre. Go based off.
Oh, Eminem.
Yes. And then just to see if you are a computer, name any 90s R&B female vocalist who would work with like hip hop artists.
Missy Elliott.
No.
No, Sade.
Mary J. Blige. You almost won it. You almost won. You won a game I made up and helped you through for two of them. You know what the Super Bowl halftime show should be? A guy grilling burgers, and he's like, "Who wants one?"
Who wants one? Puts it through your TV.
Instead of a halftime show, we're going to have everyone get... Are the teams ever like... It's insulting. People get up during the game to go get snacks. At halftime, can't you just like... Everyone get up at halftime, go get your snacks.
And then come back and watch us play.
Watch us play.
We tried really hard to get to this game.
Yeah, everyone's playing their best. Come on.
Half of you guys are only here for the commercials. That's even more offensive.
Do you think people ever go to the... They're like, I love the Super Bowl. And they get tickets and they go. And then they're like, "Brr," and then the teams run to like their sides to do a huddle.
Where are the commercials?
Yeah, and then they're just bored. They're like, fuck.
Where are the commercials? I want to see the commercials live. I want to see them performed live.
Do them live. Why can't Danny DeVito and George Clooney make coffee now?
Betty White needs a Snickers.
Oh, too soon. Because Snickers are closed.
Snickers is closed.
Snickers has closed. I watched that Beanie Baby documentary, and there was a point when Beanie Babies were like crazy huge, and then the company
I'd
just...
never heard of that.
The company just went, we are no longer making Beanie Babies. And then everyone bought a bunch of them, and then they just went, we are going to start making Beanie Babies again.
I love it. I love it. What a genius move.
That's incredible.
What a genius move.
Because when that happened, I was like half watching, so I asked my girlfriend, I was like, did they say what else his company like does?
What else does Ty do?
Ty is just his name. His name is Ty Warner.
Okay.
Which is very funny because then
Ty Warner Media Company.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, for the first half of the documentary, you're just like, wow, Beanie Babies like a wing of like AOL.
How does this factor into the .com?
Yeah. Is this why they took WCW Nitro off the air? Too much Beanie Baby.
How deep does this go?
Corporate Ted Turner is fucking designing the platypus.
He designed the frog.
Is that what you had, the frog?
I had a frog. Yeah.
I had a platypus.
I had a frog and I had a dog as well.
You know, sometimes things said in comedy are really the Beanie Baby you own.
Okay.
That old phrase.
That old...
In the Tao Te Ching.
That old acorn, or what, a chestnut. That
Yeah,
old acorn.
That old acorn.
That old peanut.
That's one of Betty White's least remembered shows.
That old acorn.
That old acorn. It was on CBS in the late 90s.
What was your favorite Betty White TV show?
I did like the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
And then...
But that was just because you like to jack off to it.
Yeah. No, I remember once when I was like 19, I was like, I'm going to get real high. And I'll watch the Golden Girls.
Let's see how long it takes for me to get an erection.
No, I was like, 'cause that show probably, it sucks. Because it's just like some bad show with old ladies.
And then you're just laughing.
I'll make fun of it. No, I was going and trying to make fun of it.
Yeah.
And then I was watching it and I was just like, this is a good show.
I loved it.
And then I was like annoyed. I was like, God damn it. That was just a well-written show. There's no fertile ground for ripping.
That's how I feel about Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
And now it's been taken from me.
You go into it thinking like, oh, this will be great to be like, look at that boom in the shot.
Do you think?
That's what I do. And I just point out technical goofs.
Do you think that the fifth Joker will step up?
That's what I was wondering, is they haven't yet made an announcement. I wonder if Joe did it in, had the other Jokers commented.
They've commented. They understand.
They say, we understand.
We understand.
they have a microphone. It's like the three of them at a podium with a mic at like a press conference.
Yeah.
And Q leans up, and he says like a few things, and then Murr says a few things, and then Sal leans into the mic to say a few things, but all of a sudden a bunch of water squirts out of the mic. Gets him right in the noggin. We will always love our brother, and he is welcome to return. And then Sal goes up. We all have our...
What if, and please just go with me on this, because this is the only thing that will give me any comfort. What if this is all one big impractical joke?
Yeah, it's impractical. How crazy would it be if this is the start of like Sal, he gets all coked up and he all of a sudden he's doing like, I'm doing a YouTube show, Sal's jokes.
Sal's Joker.
And it's just Sal like forcing his kids to mess with like the mailman.
Sal doesn't have kids. Joe.
That's what I meant. Oh, I meant Joe this whole
Joe's
time.
jokes.
Yeah, Joe. I meant that is why Joe left. Is that
Yeah.
he's like
He's a rail man.
it was one of those classic things. Yeah, it's one of those classic things where you're like, I'm gonna leave the Jokers, but don't worry, fellas. It's not. I'm gonna retire. It's not like I'm gonna leave to do my own thing. We don't need to get this in writing. We don't need to.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna compete.
Jokers for life. Can't you see my tattoo?
JFL.
And then he has you see a tattoo that says JFL, but then in the background you see a permanent marker.
Yeah.
With the cap off.
He's got it in his mouth still.
He's got
the cap in his mouth
cap in
and
his-
the marker behind
He got
his
the
ear.
cap in his mouth, and he keeps looking around for the cap.
He can't find it.
And then he leaves, and he starts Jokers.
Jokers.
Impractical Joe Kerr. And it's him and 2000s actress Miranda Kerr. So I think there's a baseball player named Kerr.
Jokers.
Yeah, it's Joe Kerr. I'm Practical Joe.
She's impractical.
No, that's the name of the show. Is I'm Practical
Yeah,
Joe.
and it's just him doing like DIY. It's just
Yeah.
him like fixing stuff up. Welcome to Practical Joe's
Well,
Hardware.
I built a nice treehouse for my kids, and I invited my buddy Sal over to test it.
Little does he know, I rigged it to explode as soon as he put his fat ass in there.
You know, I have a bunch of upturned nails in the grass below it,
I told him to go up blindfolded
and a trapdoor.
so he could be surprised when he opens his eyes. I'm gonna hit him in the nuts with a paintball gun,
I'm
not
really-
with the bullet, with the gun.
With the Yeah, people ever like, you can shoot me with a paintball gun, and then all of a sudden a paintball gun comes flying out of some pressurized thing. Yeah, what the
What the fuck?
custom-made cannon? That wasn't the deal.
No, it is sad, man. I think it's all just one big joke, and he'll be back for the next season, right? Right?
Right?
Right?
Papa Joe.
Because I can't deal with if it's going to be Joey Fatone.
The fat one?
The fat one. I don't want to deal with the fat one all the time.
It is crazy. Do you think Joe's still going to come to that comedy club in town?
I hope so.
Should we go see? Does this make you want to go see him
Now
more
I kind of feel like I have to go see him. We got to interview
Because
him.
before we were going to go see Murr.
Now we got to go see Joe instead.
Yeah. Instead.
See if he can open for Joe, and then we'll see if he'll let us interview him.
Yeah.
I want to
that'd
get
be
the
great.
first exit
Our
interview.
first guest.
Our first guest, Joe Gatto.
Joe.
Yeah.
We don't have a third mic.
Oh.
We keep not sharing our mics. Like, we don't point them towards him or anything.
We're interviewing him, but we refuse to.
You're not going to be on mic, though, so it's fine.
It's fine, man. Yeah. You can say whatever you want. You're not on mic.
This won't compete with your podcast, I'm Practical Joe.
I'm your lifestyle podcast.
I'm Practical Joe.
I'm a practical Joe.
How about it's a thing, it's a company called Kerr, and they make fake coffee.
Okay.
And their thing is, I'm practically Joe, Kerr. It's like I'm practically a cup of Joe. Kerr. The name of the company. And then you could have ads or something. I don't know. You'd sell tickets to a coffee show or something.
No, we can't. Listen, Sanka's got the market cornered on
I'm
fake coffee.
practically Joe Kerr.
No, Sanka's got that market cornered.
Yeah. Sanka.
Don't fuck with Sanka.
Yeah, bring Sanka back.
The last time I was like losing my mind, I was in the hospital, and the lady was like, "Do you want anything to drink? We've got like sodas, you know." And I was
Give
like,
me a Fresco.
I was like, what kind of sodas do you have? She was like, we have Shasta. And I just started laughing, and I was like, can I get a Sanka too? And she somehow knew what that was. I got a big laugh, a Sanka reference.
That's got to be like not healthy for people as they think they're going crazy.
Yeah, Shasta.
They're in the hospital and they're like, "What do you want to drink?" We have Pib through a crazy straw. We've got 3 liters of Tab.
Shasta.
We've got Diet Squirt in a commemorative Super Bowl cup.
From 1997.
What the fuck? Shasta. What is Shasta? Did you go for the Shasta?
I did get a Shasta ginger ale.
God,
it
was
was
it?
fine.
Oh.
Ginger ale is always a good bet, though, when you're going with a weird brand, because ginger ale is kind of just ginger ale. I think ginger ale is like public domain soda.
Plus, if they fuck up ginger ale, you can get a little tipsy.
This ginger ale is especially ale-y.
They made this. Do you have any old ginger? Do you have any really old root beer?
Fermented root beer.
Trying to get
I
turned.
get drunk like a bird, drinking rotten things.
Yeah. Birds do have it going on in that respect.
Yeah, right? They get to eat a worm, get hammered, fucking fall asleep in a tree.
Yeah.
Nobody calls them crazy.
Because like fruit goes bad and then it's full of germs, but then it becomes alcohol, and alcohol kills germs.
So you're good to go.
So you're good to go, man.
You're good to go. Technically, fruit
If
is
you ever
only
leave
bad.
a peach out, just
Yeah,
wait.
Just wait. Fruit's only bad for like a week, and then it's good again.
Yeah, it's real good again.
This is better than before, really.
It's so good you're gonna forget that the peaches for next week still need time. You're gonna get sick.
You're gonna get real sick. You're gonna eat a bunch of bugs.
You ever do that? You ever make Bruno? You ever take an orange peel and fill it with toothpaste and let it ferment for a few weeks?
You ever have a hot orange?
Yeah.
Did you look into a hot orange yet?
No.
The reality of it, using it to get your taste back.
No, but
It's a
I
real
haven't.
thing. You should know about it if you're gonna do that bit, because people are gonna be like, "This guy, he's got COVID. He's talking about a hot orange."
I googled hot orange, and it's just giving me some really cool color palettes.
But in hot orange taste,
I Google hot orange. It's just some kid who stole my joke. It has like 1 million views on
Joe
TikTok
Gad-
with
Joe
a better
Gatto doing
version. It's Murr doing hot orange. I'm selling shirts of a hot orange. He's even got my shirt bit.
he got a shirt.
Yeah, does burning an orange bring taste, smell back from COVID? Miami Herald. But we really gonna listen to the Miami Herald?
Yeah, really, they're fucking.
Ever
coked
since
out
they
of
did
their-
that fucking hit piece on our man Jeffy.
gacked out of their mind, and I bet they had other problems over there.
It's the journalist who broke the Jeffrey Epstein story for the Miami Herald. It's her like working at they're making a biopic.
Yeah,
And then she's like, well, you have to get the culture of the office. And they're like, don't worry, we will. And then it's all just like neon lights. Everyone's dancing.
they got like shutter shades on.
She's on the phone with like someone who's like, so they trafficked you when you were 14 to 7. And there's just a guy doing the Bat-Tusi.
No, shutter shades. They're bringing those back.
Yeah, you can have shutter shades on and do the Bat-Tusi.
That's true. That's true. You might end up poking yourself in the eye. It's hard to see with those things on.
Shutter shades are dangerous.
Whatever happened to shutter
Is
shades?
it illegal to drive
Whatever
with those?
happened to shutter shades?
Shutter shades must, like if you were a cop pulling people over wearing shutter shades,
Yeah.
that must have been one of those moments where you were like, I don't think this is me just not changing with the times. I really do feel like this is
dangerous.
insane.
This is a bad idea.
I don't get it at all.
You can't see.
I like Kanye's music. I like it. But
It's good music.
I just don't think this is a good idea.
I'm even down with 808s. I think it's innovative.
I kick with it.
I think it's
There's
innovative.
a cop with like that weird mullet, like that short perm mullet. Kanye
Yeah.
had. Yeah, people don't give Kanye the credit for the mullet.
That's true.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, Tegan and Sarah or whatever. I think they were way before Kanye.
Oh, lesbians.
Tegan and Sarah's
dude.
from like the 80s.
No,
they're not.
Fuck up.
When I was a kid, I remember that the White Stripes covered a Tegan and Sarah song.
Yeah.
And then I remember thinking, well, that Tegan and Sarah band must be really old. Because I didn't have the concept of like, you covering a
contemporary
new song.
Covering contemporary
Yeah.
music. What, you weren't listening to Punk Goes Crunk?
That came later, man.
Or Crunk Goes Punk. I think they might have
I
done it
like
both
Crunk
ways.
Goes Punk.
I think they did it both ways.
This Little John and the East Side Boys like, cut my wrist and black my eyes.
What?
What? It's just...
No, really, what?
Yeah, what?
These guys need help. What? Cut my
I
wrist.
fell in love with the girl at the rap show. She said, what? And I told this Lil Wayne with auto-tune. Yeah, they should have done that.
Crunk Goes Punk.
Well, rap doesn't cover stuff a lot.
It's true. You can't really do that.
Yeah.
You can't
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you do.
It's easy if you do.
Imagine all the people. There's no rhyme for that part.
None of this rhymes nearly enough.
Yeah. There's a lot of space between the lines.
Elderly.
And then you get to
Like
go, I
he's just drunk.
raised you.
I think he's just drunk. He's not old.
Yeah.
No, you can barely walk now. Just scam.
No, they're strict. I was down in Texas where they love old people.
Yeah.
Hanging out with my grandma, and she goes to like an old people day center place
Yeah.
where they all hang out.
Yeah.
And
Fuck.
sometimes I think
I bet.
they just kiss.
I bet they fuck.
I don't think many could.
I bet they could. You find a way. Nature finds a way.
Oh, working with old
That's
people is
what Jeff
terrible.
Goldblum
You
was
gotta
talking
like
about.
change a lot of diapers. They'll have accidents.
Yeah.
The condom gets lost in there a lot.
The pussies are so big right now.
That probably would legitimately be a problem for old people having sex.
Losing the condom?
Yeah,
Probably.
because think about it, you're probably using a lot of weird lubes,
Yeah.
and
Slips
then
off.
it slips off, and then the lube all gets, and then all of a sudden it's dry vagina clamping onto a condom up in there.
Meaty.
Yeah.
Oh, condom.
Condom.
Meaty condom.
No, I'm hanging out at my grandmother's old people's place, and there's this dude outside who's like trying to get in.
Waiting for you to leave so he can
He's
fuck
waiting
her.
for me to leave. He's giving an eye to my grandma. No, but he seems like kind of a young guy. And he's like, I just got to town. I'm trying to hang out, check into this place. They told me it was cool. And then I see like people who work there being like, yeah, well, come talk to you outside. And then I see them talking to him outside, and they're like, you're too young.
How young was
And he's like,
he?
I'm 56.
That's way too young.
Like, yeah, you gotta be like 60.
Even that's a little
And then
young.
he's like trying to make excuses. He's like, but I can't read good. Now you can't read, but like my eyes are bad. They're like, no. He's like,
I can't read.
my kids are older. No, what?
Older than you? I don't understand.
I've lived a life. No, but he got denied. They wouldn't let him come hang out with old people.
Well, that's good.
We're just like, just do what I do and wait for these old people to walk in and then walk in with them.
Yeah.
They'll be psyched.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this young guy hanging out with me.
Look at this hot piece of ass I'm bringing in. This will make Gerald angry.
Yeah. This will look cool for 4 years until he moves in here. No, they didn't live there. People just go there during the day.
So he literally just wanted to hang out, and they wouldn't let him pass it down to
There was a
female?
great moment where the lady who ran the place was walking around, and my grandma's trying to like talk to this lady to introduce her to me.
Yeah.
And I see my grandma be like, Susan. And then I see Susan just pretend like she's on the phone. She pulls up a cell phone and starts walking. And my grandma's too old to like get that.
Yeah.
And also Susan did it too slow. And then I start laughing that my grandma does it again. And then the lady puts down just completely drops the ruse.
What a bitch.
She's like, I'm both going to pretend to be on a phone and then not even show the decency to be like, oh, bye. Bye,
Grandma.
telemarketer. No, here's my big plan. I'm going to put out a zine about it and send it to prisoners. Everyone in the prison, pick one guy.
And fuck him.
No. Well, yeah. That's more of the Impractical Joker style of punish. I'm trying to reward the number one.
Okay, so pick one guy.
Pick one guy, and everybody give your commissary money and everything to that guy,
Yeah.
and then he saves up, buys the prison.
That's a great idea.
It's a pretty good idea.
That's better than the longest yard.
I know.
Which wasn't really an idea.
The warden's like, someone's gonna buy $2 million for the prison.
I'll take it.
And then they walk in to sign the
Julio
deal.
Comes up.
Yeah, he's got
shanks the warden.
No, he doesn't need to.
He needs to.
Maybe that's a twist. Is they're like, also warden, we found out you.
It's illegal to be a warden.
We found out you did a crime once, so you're going to jail.
Well, what?
Everyone's dancing around.
My stars. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and get fucked now.
Looks like this jailhouse is gonna rock. This is the start of the movie, and the movie's called Cool Prison. And it's just like a camp nowhere, but everyone's in prison. The government's coming in. Everyone to your cells, quick.
Everyone pretend like you hate this place.
Quick, to your cells.
They fucking bring in new prisoners, and they have to chain them up, and then as soon as the bus turns around, they unlock them, and they're like, don't you worry, this place is cool as hell.
They
hit a jukebox.
The bench press thing flips over, and it's like
just a bar.
It's a baccarat. It's like a roulette table. We still are doing our time. That would be pretty cool, man.
You ever think about opening an illegal casino?
No. There'd probably be a scene in that movie where there'd be like a nerdy guy, and they're like, I'm sorry, we have to do this. Or else when they come check on the prison, they won't believe it's a real prison.
Yeah.
We have to give them physical evidence. And he's like, all right, just don't make it hurt. And then it's like, we all think we know what's going to happen. He's just getting a temporary tattoo.
They're putting a washcloth.
Yeah, they're just
over.
giving him a swastika tattoo on his arm.
I would think so.
It's sort of like a big water balloon. You go to tip a cow. It's big
Bounces
splash.
Right back.
Big pops it. Big splash.
Whoa! Should have brought my Gallagher
I've
sheet.
heard of egg on my face, but
This is-
unpasteurized milk on my entire body.
I don't like it.
What is this, a request for my OnlyFans? I do dress up like a cow.
I do dress up like a cow. That's what the boys like.
Moo.
Milkshakes that brings the boys to the
It
yard.
really moves the needle.
I like the people are just fucking animals. Maybe all those homophobes were right.
Oh, I do think that. Yeah, because I do that. I do that bit where I conflate the two.
Yeah.
In that old panic, but I do feel like in the back of my mind, it's like, no, I kind of.
We're already a step away. All these guys are jerking off to girls dressed like fucking cows.
No, I do feel like we're gonna look back, like we're 5 years away from a point.
Cat ears.
Oh, cat ears! I think you said cat years.
Cat.
I thought when I said 5 years away, you were like cat years
You mean
away.
cat ears? No, cat
I was gonna say I think they age similar.
The whole cat ears thing.
I don't know what that is.
I think that's more of like OnlyFans with the cow thing. That's a little dirty. Cat ears is a little more playful, I think. But I think it's still like a sexual. You don't know what I'm talking
I
about.
have no idea. Wait, so the cow thing, people are really like, that's a trend?
Oh yeah.
Or people are like, I'm gonna be a dirty cow.
Yeah.
How do you think that started?
I don't know.
But how do you think people find it and then are like, God, I gotta get a cow costume?
I guess well, it's not really a costume. I think it's just like the print.
Oh, it ain't no
tail,
costume.
Some udders painted on. No, I don't think it's gone that far yet. I'm sure it will.
No, but if it's a trend, people must be being inspired by it.
Yeah.
Copying it.
Yeah.
Should I get a cow costume?
Why not? You're trendy.
I should get a cow costume. I still regret not getting Phoebe Bridgers' skeleton suit. Get a cow costume out there on stage. I'm hip. No, so cows. So that's when they're like, it's dirty.
Yeah, it's a little dirty. Cat ears. I think that like a lot of those like streamer people wear them.
How has this possibly become a thing?
I don't fucking
Where
know.
people
How does
are
anything
like-
become a thing? How
So-
did the Beatles become a thing? How did Funny Dinner become the most popular podcast in America?
Because we talked about cat ears. We broke the story. We're the Miami Herald of ladies dressing up like cows on the internet. No, because you know people who do that type of thing. And you know people who I've dressed up like cows.
For fun.
Do you know what inspired them to be like, I'm going to dress up like a cow?
It's just a trend like anything else.
That's weird, though.
Yeah.
It's weird that a trend can be like, I just want to be cool and normal, so I'm going to dress up like a cow and shove markers on my ass online because I want to fit in.
I just want to be like everybody else.
I just want to be like everybody else.
So I'm going to dress up like a cow, shove a giant butt plug in my asshole,
On the internet.
and record it.
And that'll be my job.
And then I'm going to tell all my friends and family that I have a new job.
I'm a DIY only fan. I just dress up like a cow and go find 40-year-olds at the bar, and I go, you want to watch me stick a marker in my nose sexually? Cat
watch
ears.
me snort milk?
Well, I guess I should wear cat ears because I'm playful.
Yeah, you could go for the cat ears.
Should that be our Christmas card? You in a cow costume, me in some cat ears.
And you're like licking at one of my teeth.
Yeah.
Like a cat would.
That would be great.
I don't know about great.
No, that's great. That is, remember like 2 years ago?
I think disturbing.
Remember 2 years ago everyone was doing photos with the bisexual lighting where they have the blue and the pink lights and everyone's doing those photos?
Yeah.
I think if we don't do this photo shoot in 6 months, when our Facebooks are flooded with cow and cat ears pictures, we're gonna feel like real dopes.
Feel like real dunces.
It's like when Norm died, I didn't post the thing. Then I'm seeing everyone's getting like, oh, you got 6.5 billion likes. Literally
every person alive.
Everyone in the world liked it. I guess I should have posted a thing about my favorite comedian dying. But I wanted to be cool.
I wanted to be cool and not follow trends.
But I've learned my lesson.
So cow costume it is.
Yeah, so get a big old bell around my neck. Do you think, so I assume that's with ladies, do you think that in the male OnlyFans world, there's like cows? Nah, if you're being playful,
I'm a steer.
If you're being playful, you wear a priest's collar, and then if you're being dirty, you wear a turtle shell on your back.
What? Priest and the Turtle? Is this like a fable that I haven't heard about?
You know who a guy who started listening to Funny Dinner? Shout outs if you're Geraldo Rivera. Not that one. No, this guy, my friend said that she was horny. She's like, so I went on Pornhub and I didn't know what I was like doing. So she's like, so I just searched solo male. Yeah. And she's like, and then I put funny because I didn't know what to do. She's like, and I found a guy who makes solo like jerk off videos, but they're funny. Yeah. She's like, then I followed him. I started messaging him. We started chatting. And then she apparently told him about Funny Dinner and sent him some clips. And he follows our Instagram now. He's a fan.
Yeah, shout out to that guy.
Shout out to Geraldo Rivera.
I could definitely shout out to that guy, man. Big ups to you.
Doing funny jerk off videos.
That's great. That's innovative, sexy.
Yeah.
Monetizable.
Oh yeah.
And it makes you friends.
It makes you buddies.
It makes you friends.
It is wild. It's like she was able to connect with him so quickly. Maybe I should have been messaging all these fucking...
Well, this guy just hangs out alone all the time.
That's true.
It's easy to take a break from jerking off to message somebody.
You're doing a panel about the porn industry, and it's just all people who do solo webcam videos. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we actually don't know anything about the industry.
Not at all.
That's like a thing.
Mostly I'm lonely.
I just live in northern Mississippi. If I get one tip a month, I can be mayor.
I get to retain my status as mayor.
Yeah.
And I get to live in the mayor's mansion.
I'm surprised there isn't a town, because you can make up your own rules for like mayor and stuff, right?
I don't know about that.
Well, different cities have their own like.
You can make up your own rules.
If suddenly a city if Jeffersonville, was like, we're gonna from now on our mayor is whoever wins the yearly basketball contest.
Sure.
Like, it's not like the National Guard's gonna come in and be like, you need to have an election. We do not recognize the mayor of the. Like, you can just do whatever. So I'm surprised there isn't a town that's just like, yeah, whoever buys it. Remember Brandon Judd?
Okay.
He quit comedy to go to concerts.
Yes. The greatest career move of all time.
I always love when you follow someone from comedy. And you're like, oh, they quit comedy, but now they seem to hike every day. And they look great. They're loving it.
Rich social life.
He's like, yeah, I don't do open mics anymore, but here's the 50 best concerts I've seen this year. You're like, whoa. Someone's living life. No, he had a thing once where he was like, when you die, you go up to heaven, and all your dogs are there waiting for you, fighting. A person who wasn't crazy.
It wasn't insane.
It is weird. It's like one of those things like the dry drunk thing, where it's like, oh, you stop drinking, but you still are like, it's like, someone needs to tell these people that hustling in comedy
is a drug.
Is a drug, yeah. Like
you are still getting high.
You being addicted to posting onstage selfies every day.
That is you getting high.
Yeah, you're not healthy.
No, you are not healthy at all. As a matter of fact, you might be worse.
I think you're probably worse.
You were not nearly this narcissistic when you were drunk.
When you were drunk, at least you were alone in your head.
At least I didn't have to hear your every thought.
Yeah.
Mostly because it came out slurred and nonsensical.
I know. It's like, yeah, it turns out when you're speaking clearly now, I wish I didn't need to hear it.
I want to punch you in the mouth until your teeth fall out and you sound drunk again.
No, it's crazy. Everyone should get off of addictions, especially comedy.
Especially comedy.
Probably the worst one. Unless you're addicted to consuming it.
Yeah, if you're addicted to consuming it, just go back, listen to the back catalog of Funny Dinner.
Listen to the back catalog of Funny Dinner, read Chunklet magazine. Go on the ASMR. Wait, what was that message? All
McSweeney's.
All special things or whatever.
Special thing. Yeah.
That one.
Check out Jesse Thorne.
Yeah, go listen to Bullseye.
Look at that bow-tied fucker. That's what you want.
Go watch David Cross on tour with a band.
All right. Funny Dinner, Patreon, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You just Google
Chase.com.
Chase.com.
We have a Chase page.
We got
Feel free to Zell us.
We got a Zell. Zell us your life savings. Zell us however much you want, and we'll send you half of it back. We promise.
I'm gonna start like going on corporate like websites and calling them and stuff, and being like, "Hey, I love Zell, but you guys should get like a social element to it."
I want to message my friend.
I want to be able to see what my friends are doing on there and message them. And then just call like pets.
I want to be able to look at their bank account.
Call petsupplies.com. Like, I love your website. You guys need to have like a social element.
What about a forum?
What about like a place where we can see pictures of each other's pets? Hey, Facebook, have you thought about having...
Have you thought about deleting this?
I thought about having a Facebook.
Facebook, you should get a Facebook.
No, Mark Zuckerberg deleted Facebook.
It's all meta now.
He read one of those bumper stickers.
Delete Facebook?
He read Mark said, delete your Facebook. He said, okay.
All right.
I will.
I listen to Cars.
How mad would people be if he legitimately one day was just like, yeah, I thought about it and Facebook is evil, so I deleted everything.
I'd love it.
People would be so pissed. Like, people legitimately would, like, be very upset.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's where everyone has all their photos.
I know, exactly. That would be chaos.
Yeah.
And people's, like, people do contracts through that.
Yeah.
Like, I've had venues before be like, we're going to do all the messaging through Facebook so it's, like, official.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
That sounds so official.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like, man, let's hope Mark Zuckerberg never deletes Facebook. Thank God for Mark Zuckerberg.
Thank God for Mark Zuckerberg. What would we do without him?
Thank God.